it's Mark Gilliard again, welcoming you to another episode of Your New Favorite Song here on AIM Country Music Television. We have a returning guest today, singer, songwriter, and Northern California girl, Cynthia Renee. She's been nominated for a Josie Independent Music Award for Country Female Song of the Year for her single, Good On Me. And she has a second Josie nomination for Social Impact Video of the Year for Have a Heart for a Hero, which we'll be talking about during this show. She's opened for Uncle Kracker and Chase Bryant. She's performed at the New York Metropolitan Pavilion and sang the national anthem for NBA and NASCAR events. Cynthia will be heading to Nashville this month to finish and polish an album for release later this year. Cynthia is here today to talk about the video for a song that's a tribute to first responders and military. It's climbing the New Music Weekly Country Music charts, and as I've said, it's been nominated for a Josie Independent Music Award. The song is Have a Heart for a Hero. So let's get her in here right now to talk about what might just be your new favorite song. Cynthia, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back.
Well, you're welcome. It's always a pleasure. It wasn't that long ago we saw you for a song, so got you back here. You've been here before. With this audience growing all the time, I think it's a good idea to catch everybody up a little bit. You're keeping busy, so take a few minutes and just take it from the top. Tell us about yourself, like it's your first time.
Yeah. So I've been singing my whole life since I was yay high in my grandpa's church, and got signed a couple of years ago with an independent label out in Nashville. And we've just been plugging along, writing songs, writing with some amazing songwriters out there. We've got a bunch of stuff recorded. So now I'm getting ready to go back out and finalize my EP. And I've got a whole album ready to go. So we're going to go shoot some video next week out in Nashville and kind of get ready for a big release for that.
Fantastic. I like it. So you're from Northern California. So you're the kind of a Bakersville influence kind of thing?
I'm a Cali girl. Yeah, I actually was born in Laguna. So I was born in Southern California and then kind of migrated north. And so I'm kind of in the Sacramento area, a little east of Tahoe. Love it up here. It's beautiful.
Nice, nice. So what are some of your influences? Like listening to you, some of the songs sounds almost bluesy, but you definitely have that what I would call a Bakersfield edge to it, just from your influences. But who would you say?
It's funny because I always, when I'm playing at concerts and stuff, I always tell people, I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll, but I also have a little blues in me. So that influence in particular, if you recall Rita Coolidge, I grew up listening to her amazing voice and kind of that deep, rich sound. And so she was a big influence, but of course, all the usual country artists, Dolly Parton was a big one for me growing up. Olivia Newton-John also loved just her soft melodic style. And for me, I like to have, some creativity with my voice and my sound. So I don't like to stick with one kind of sound. Sometimes I like that soft melodic. And then sometimes I like that little deeper, vibrato, get a little growl in there sometimes too. So I like, artists like Bonnie Raitt, Melissa Etheridge, people like that as well.
Gotcha. So who would you say is your favorite to just sing along with right now when you're cruising those famous California highways?
So I got two. So Lainey Wilson, of course, is huge for me in the really, recent past. I've started really honing in on her storytelling. I absolutely just am enthralled by her sound, her storytelling, what she wears. I mean, she's kind of like a walking art piece.
So of your own songs, like what are you most guilty of putting on of your own songs when you're driving around?
I have quite a variety because, like I said, I like rock. I like some of the 80s influences are part of that too. I also love Carrie Underwood. I just recently saw her in concert, and so always love her sound. She's got that big, rich, full sound as well. So I would say it's quite a variety. Fleetwood Mac, they're a big one on my playlist as well. So yeah.
So how have things gone since our last visit? You were here talking about working on a hangover. That's a good one. And you've had Good On Me popping up on the charts. So How are things going on
Yes.
that front?
So I'm so excited because Good on Me actually got nominated for Country Female Song of the Year. And I'm going to be going to the Grand Ole Opry for that nomination for Josie Award. And so that's super exciting. And then I've got the song that we're talking about today, which I know you're going to be bringing up, was also nominated for a Josie as well. So I'll talk a little bit about that, for my Have a Heart for Heroes song.
Absolutely. One last thing about the last time you were talking about a book you released called Find Your Voice. So just coming out at the time. How's that one been received?
Oh, that's been just such a great thing for the children that come to my concerts. I always have, the grandmas and grandpas want to buy it to read to the grandchildren. A lot of parents buy it for their kids. It's really something for if you have toddlers or people, even kindergarten. It's for the little kids, but it's a way to kind of show them from a young age how to find their unique special talents and a way to share that talent with the world and a way to connect with people. For me, as I mentioned last time, I was bullied very bad as a child and I was very shy. So it took music to kind of bring me out of my shell. And whenever I sang, people kind of perked up and they got excited to listen to me sing. And so that was my way of connecting with the world.
And they can find this on Amazon, right?
They can. Yes,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Check it out. Well, we're here today to talk about the video for Have a Heart for a Hero. It's dedicated to first responders, the military. It's a nice little anthem this close to July 4th. Give us the background before we play the song.
Yes. So Have a Heart for a Hero was born out of my ambassadorship for Hearts for Heroes USA. So I became an ambassador for this wonderful charitable organization a few years ago. And what this organization does is they provide emotional support dogs to firehouses, burn units in hospitals, police stations, even for military, those that have suffered from PTSD. And these dogs are just absolutely wonderful, loving, beautiful dogs that they place and they're trained for many months to be that kind of emotional support. So the director, Shelley Martell, her and her husband Bruce, one day Shelley said, since you're a musician, you need to write a song for Hearts for Heroes USA. And I'm like, you're right. So I went out to Nashville and sat down with a co-writer by the name of Dustin James, and we knocked out the song called "Have a Heart for a Hero." And I absolutely love it. It's got my heart. My dad. He's a former first responder. He was a deputy sheriff and also in the Vietnam War. So he loved the song as well. And it really resonates with a lot of people. In fact, I just sang it in our local hometown parade. I was on the back of a fire truck and I got to sing it going down the street. And that was really, really fun.
That's awesome. Well, that's it. Let's play it now. All right.
Sounds great.
Fantastic. You're watching Cynthia Renee's video for Have a Heart for a Hero here on AIM Country Music Television.
Up at 5, already on the go. Barely slept last night. No one needs to know. Running into the flames to save a family of 4. Just another day's work on truck 34. They don't ask for praise, they're just doing their jobs. Have a heart for a hero. They lay it all on the line. Yeah, they risk their lives for me and you. A heart for a hero. Out there taking a stand, giving all they can and everything they do. They're your neighbors, they're your friends. They've been there and back again. Afghanistan to ground zero. Have a heart for a hero. Yeah, yeah. Every time they put on that badge, there's a chance might not be coming back. Keep us safe through snow, rain or shine. They just keep on holding that thin blue line. They don't ask for praise, they're
Well, that's a great song. Country, maybe a little bit of that bluesiness I was talking about. Nice work.
Thank
Uh,
you.
where was this thing filmed? Were there other actors involved other than yourself? Or, I mean, the dog, was he the star or was he one of your emotional supports? Tell us a little bit about that stuff.
Yeah, so we shot the bulk of the video was done in Nashville at a local studio there, and then we wanted to add, just some of the heart and soul of the video, which is the dogs. And so what we did is when we came back to Folsom, we asked the local fire chief if we could use, his station and some of the dogs and fire trucks, and he's like, "Yeah, absolutely." So we shot a good part of it there. And actually, Shelley, the director of Hearts for Heroes USA, I even nabbed her and got her to, poke in the video for a second or two as well. And then we got some of the actual fire and the chief was there and his dogs. And it was fun. It was just a bunch of us having a great time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we all have to go back now and watch the video again to see what we can catch as we watch it again.
Yes, and those dogs, I mean, they're strong. They're big boys and girls, and so they let me take some of the leashes, and you can see they're guiding me around the station.
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
guiding them. They know what they're doing, but they're just so loving and so sweet.
Well, that's fantastic. Congratulations on getting involved
Thank
with
you.
that. That seems like a really good cause.
Yeah, I'm super excited. And that, as I mentioned, is up for also a Josie Music Award. And that one is for Social Impact Video of the Year. Because I think a lot of people can resonate, especially out here in California with the LA fires that happened. Our first responders have just become so important and such a focal point as far as, people that are involved with the fires locally. So yeah, it's a great song.
Well, congratulations on the nomination and good luck with it.
Thank you.
Well, before we wrap it up, bring us up to date. Tell us where to find you on stage, online, and where we can buy or listen to all of your music.
Yeah, so I'm going to be going back to Nashville next week shooting for my album. And then I'm going to be off to Wyoming for a week doing a little touring out there. So anyone in the Wyoming area, come on out. Then I'll be up in back in California. Then I'll be up to Lake Tahoe. So I'm going to be doing a little traveling. But you can find my music on all the streaming platforms. You can go to my website, which is CynthiaReneeOfficial.com. And then you can also, go to my Insta and my Facebook at Cynthia Renee Music, and at Cyn Renee Music as well for my Instagram. And yeah, I hope to see some people pop up on there. I'd love to have some new followers.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, let her know if you came from this video here.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for joining us, Cynthia. It's been great catching up with you today.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Cynthia Renee. So, what do you think? Is Have a Heart for a Hero going to be your new favorite song? This has been Mark Gillia for AIM Country Music Television. Thank you for watching.
Keep us safe through snow, rain, or shine. They just keep on holding that thin blue line. They don't ask for praise, they're just